What's going on, guys? You're checking out QGen HQ, and my name is Chris, and this video is a little bit different than my other videos because this is a tutorial video. Now, I've never done something like this before here on the channel, so bear with me. But the whole point of this video is because I'll be getting a ton of requests on my mic setup video, which will be linked down below, on what my mic settings are to make my voice sound so crisp, so clear, and so clean. So instead of me sitting there and typing out my entire settings for everyone's different comment, I just said, you know what, let me go ahead and make a video, because personally I'm the type of guy that you can tell me 1,000 times that the sky is blue, but until I actually see it, then I can actually understand it and I can do it. So I went ahead and make this video for you guys. So basically, a couple disclaimers before we go ahead and get started. One, this is all, off the top of the head here. This is a one-take video. I'm not editing anything. I'm not writing any script out here. I'm just going to go ahead and just go through it the best way that I can for you guys. So if you have any questions, just let me know down below in the comment section. So second disclaimer here is that your microphone and your interface really does play a huge part and a huge role in why you sound so good when you're, recording, whatever you're planning on doing. So if you guys want to know the exact equipment that I'm using, go ahead, and like I said before, the link will be down below in the description, maybe up here in the card tab as well, to see the exact equipment I use. Before we get into it, I'm using a Audio-Technica mic, and it's going into a Line 6 UX2 interface, okay? If you guys have the Scarlett or any type of interface, it should work the same. I'm using an XLR cable. If you're using a USB cable, that should be working just as good too, as long as it's going into an interface, all right? So I'm using a program called PodFarm. It came with my interface. This is I believe it's either a subscription that you can get monthly or yearly, but it came, I'm not 100% on that, but it came unlocked when I bought this interface, which is huge. I would suggest buying the same interface as me, but like I said, that's a different video. So you went ahead and open up a program called PodFarm. This, I will credit about 85% of why I sound so good to this program right here. This program is going to clean up your vocals even better. Doesn't matter how good your mic is or your interface, it's a straight shot. But this program is what's going to make you sound clean and crisp. All right, guys? So let's go ahead and get into my exact settings. At any time in the video, go ahead, pause, do whatever you want to do to write this down, or just go ahead and follow these step by step. Go ahead and make a new profile. I name my mic settings. I put the asterisk in front because that puts it up to the very top. Because if you guys are new to PodFarm, it comes with a bunch of preloaded amplifiers and things like that. Because like PodFarm is a program not only for just vocals, it's for guitar as well, or things like that. So make a new profile. I call my mic settings the asterisk up front, so it's right up there up top at all times. Now, you're going to be using 3 tools. And if you guys aren't used to PodFarm, there's a bunch of different filters and tools and things like that you guys can go through here. So I'm using the noise gate. Now, I don't remember under which thing they're under here. Like, obviously, noise gate would be under, I believe, filters here, or dynamics maybe. I'm not 100%. Just go through these and find the exact ones that I'm using. So go ahead and find noise gate FX1, drag it down to your line here, okay? Now do it in the exact order that I say, because this is what I've, found to sound the best. Keep in mind, I have a deeper voice. You might not sound exactly like I do, but you would definitely sound crisper and cleaner. I can guarantee that. Go ahead and get the noise gate, open it up, bring it down here to this line. I like my threshold at negative 60 decibels. Okay, so go ahead and do that. And then I even it out with a 60% decay. Now, the whole point of a noise gate is basically all that white noise in the background. Someone could be talking in the background. Things like that will be kind of canceled out. You will sound crisper and cleaner the closer you are to your microphone. You guys can tell when my head is turned this way, I sound a little bit further away. And if I'm leaning back here, I sound even further away. That's the point of the noise gate. The closer you are, the better, the crisper, the cleaner you sound, because it's canceling out all that, crap in the background. So go ahead and follow these settings, negative 60 threshold and a 60% decay. So go ahead and get your next tool. This is the American Classic tool. This tool here is what's going to make your peaks in your voice sound crisp and clean. So like I said, this is where you might want to pause because it's a little bit more confusing. Go ahead and break your drive all the way down to 0%. Go ahead and take these 2 switches here. This is your peak. Go ahead and crank those up. And I like my peak at 100. The next knob is 500. The next knob is 1.5K, followed by 7K. My volume is cranked all the way up to 100%. All these knobs up here, the first 3 are 0, and the last one I have at 3. So just go ahead and copy those settings. This is what I found to work the best. I'm sure if you go through other tutorials, you'll even see the same exact type of setup. Go ahead and do that. Now, your very next tool you want to go find is a compressor. This is the FX2 compressor. Go ahead and bring that down next to it on the line, and this is what's going to make you sound a little bit more deeper and kind of get those grains in your voice. Take the threshold here, bring it down to -42 decibels here, and then here's where you guys could play around. I have a naturally deeper voice, so your gain is where you can play. I think your safe zone is anywhere between 7 gain to about 9 or 10. I have mine at an 8 decibels. I feel like that works the best with my voice. Now, keep in mind, once all these settings are set, on my actual mixer, I have a gain knob as well for the mic, and I crank that to about maybe the 3rd notch to max on the actual gain knob. This is where you guys are going to have to play around depending on how deep your voice is and things like that. So play around with your gain, talk to some friends on the other end, have them hear your voice, see what they, how you sound, do some local recording, things like that. Play with the gain, see how you sound. But these are my exact settings that I use. It's super simple. Just go ahead and pause and follow these steps. It's a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun with this actual setup. There's a bunch of different settings you could do with your voice, but this is my setup that I have 100%. When I turn PodFarm on, these are what's on or ready to go. When I'm on Skype or Discord or playing a game, I will sound like this at all times. There's no editing being done here. As long as this program is open, this is what I sound like. And it's I've been getting a ton of compliments either in videos or even when I'm playing a game like Overwatch. People are always asking me, whoa, man, like your voice sounds crazy. What mic are you using? Things like that. You have to, really give the credit here to PodFarm. It helps clean your voice up a ton. Now, another thing that you might want to look into, a problem that I had was when I was using Discord. Sometimes people would say, hey man, your mic sounds like it's cutting out, what's going on? I would locally record, I would sound great, but sometimes on Discord, I heard myself cutting out. Now, basically, these programs like Skype or Discord or any type of program, they have these pre-settings in there with their own kind of noise gate to kind of cancel out, because everyone's using generic headset mics, things like that. So go ahead and go into your Discord settings or whatever and find any type of noise gate setting that's trying to muffle your voice, and just turn that off. Turn that off 100%, because you don't want that to affect your mic, because your noise gate's already on. It will clash with Discord, it will clash with Skype, and you might get cut out every now and then when you're talking. So go ahead and just turn all that stuff off, and you'll be good 100%. Don't have Discord or Skype play with your mic settings. It's just not worth it. Those programs are good to an extent. All right, this is your bread and butter here. PodFarm is your clean cut. This is why it sounds so good. I credit that. Yes, my mic makes a difference as well as the interface. But if you have a Scarlett, if you're going through things like that, this is you should be able to be 100% fine as long as you're using PodFarm. I know there's other programs out there. I've tested out a bunch, but personally, PodFarm to me is just the best. And buying this mixer, the line 6, coming with PodFarm, could not be more pleased with my setup. If you guys are really curious on the equipment I use, like I said, it's linked down below. If you guys here are new to the channel, do me a huge favor, subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I'd love to hear your feedback, so leave me any comments down below if there's any more questions you guys have. Give the video a huge thumbs up. Please share it with your friends. Put it on social media. Let's get this channel growing together. I want to build this community with you guys. I know I've been kind of AFK for about the last couple of weeks. I've been working a ton. My dog just passed away. Rest in peace, Cody. That's my dog right there. I know it's super sad, guys, but life is life. So I'm gonna have a bunch of videos coming out here in the future. I have a new keyboard coming in, a new mouse I'm gonna be reviewing coming in. As well as I'm probably changing my setup. I've been talking about it for a while, but I'm probably gonna be changing my setup across the room here. I have a lot more space that you guys don't even know I have. So it's gonna be a ton of fun. Cool stuff coming up here in the future, guys. Like I said, subscribe, share with your friends. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm doing this 100% for you guys. I could have just went ahead and just put up a Google Drive link and be like, hey, I copy these down. But like I said, I'm the type of guy that I need to see it to really get it and understand it. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If there's any other questions, let me know down below in the comments. And do not forget, guys, most importantly, that you guys and gals are awesome. I'll see you on the next one.